the red side, there is a lot to be said about these two teams. We want to talk about the meta, but like I said beforehand when we were discussing this behind the scenes, the meta is still very much unstable at the moment. There's a lot of variety, but there's a lot of preference towards engages and CC. So we do see that there's going to be a lot of priority towards maybe heroes like Akai, heroes that have very reliable forms of engages and forms of CC. We did remember that we see that CC was just a very strong thing with shutting down assassins. But before we speculate even more, let's go into the draft. Picks and bans. Let us go. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Saiyan on the blue side, Equalizer on the red side. Both teams are going to get 2 bans. And as I predicted already, Akai's going to be banned out. So we're going to see Diggy being banned out as well. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to pan out, because Team Saiyan has established this kind of style with them. They always ban out those really strong heroes that they just don't want to play against, and then they lock in their strongest composition and they play around that style. So we do see Fanny being banned out. So I'm thinking that with Fanny,
not a surprise.
I mean, Fanny being banned out is definitely not a surprise. But I'm really interested to see whether Hawkeye is going to bring out his Johnson. We've seen it in MSC, and we've also seen it in the qualifying rounds at the MPL. So I'm really interested to see what kind of picks or off-the-wall composition that we're going to see from Team Saiyan. And we see already Kagura being picked out.
Yeah, so Kagura, the versatile mage. We see that both teams can play Kagura. In fact, all the teams here do play Kagura as well. So just steadily being removed out. Nothing too crazy yet. Lancelot, Diggy as well could be up there to be removed. We're not quite seeing it just yet. They're taking a little bit of time to think about this. A few other considerations. Grok is also up there if they want to be removing away, but I suspect that should come within the first rotation. So Lancelot does get removed, which means we have a few wonderful openings out there. Hilda, very fast lock in there. I do like that first pick, versatile, engages, roaming power, really strong opening from there. Not revealing too much as well. How will they respond?
I'm thinking that this Hilda pickup is a really good pickup coming in from Team Saiyan. It doesn't reveal too much, but at the same time, it doesn't reveal too little. We do see a Grok, and to me, do you smell what the Grok is cooking? The Grok is cooking up something spicy. And we do see Diggy being picked out as well. I was really surprised that neither team actually banned out Diggy. So this could be a mix-up for Saiyan, but however, Saiyan with the experience, they might have just see, okay, let them pick Diggy, let them pick Grok. We have our own strategy and our own composition that we can deal with these guys.
Well, they definitely have proven that they are able to come up with also versatile strategies throughout it all. Harley being hovered over now does come in with an extra bit of damage. Mobility is also there. Hayabusa is locked in as well as Harley already. So interesting way to start this off. You are having lots and lots of mobility coming in from Team Saiyan over here, with a little bit more CC and control coming out from the red side on Equalizer.
Now the thing is that I would like to think for Equalizer is that they need to focus a lot of their CC on Harley and Hayabusa just because of how slippery they are as heroes. And the fact that Equalizer is actually picking out some very strong engaged composition with that Grok and that Diggy, I'm really interested to see how Penjahat and how Fredo is going to be handling these situations, because at the end of the day, they need to hit those scaling items for them to do considerable amount of damage.
Oh, that hover on Helios.
Ooh.
In fact, it does get locked in. Now, okay, this is pretty much unexpected. I did not expect this to happen within the first week as well. So that this composition with Yishushin as well being locked in here. Pretty well-rounded, lots of damage. It looks like the tempo of the game is going to be a very quick game, and that's what Saiyan will be rushing for here. They do have the late game potential as well, with Hayabusa being able to scale out well into the late game and to be able to pick off members. We see Sun now as well to have the counter push out for the lane there. Irithel and Gord should be able to deal a lot of damage given their mobility as well. And Digger is also there to protect. If you are able to stun out the team and to lock them out, Gord will be able to dish out the additional damage that's there. I am going to ask you that question which you have to answer behind.
Oh my god. Do I have to look into that crystal ball again?
You have to look into the crystal ball. Who do you think is going to be up there? Team Saiyan or Team Equalizer for the first game, the first series of MPL.
I like both of their compositions. I'm thinking that there's a slight little advantage towards Saiyan just because of the experience. However, Equalizer as well, they've got a really solid composition. Depending on how they play with the Irithel, God is a little bit... I'm not
I need an answer from you.
Yeah, definitely Saiyan.
You're going to go with Saiyan. I'm going to go with Equalizer. I like the combination of having Diggy as well as Gord over there. I think there's a surprise factor within what they can bring into this competition this time around. And I think it's going to come into a matter of execution, like you mentioned. So, Equalizer goes with the fact that, you know, they believe each of their team members are equal and they can bring it forth. So, doesn't really matter if one player is not here. We are going to go into game. This is the very first game. Blue side, we have Team Saiyan, and on the red side, we have none other than Equalizer.
I'm very excited to see how this is going to go. We do see Rush, Hawkeye, and other members of Team Saiyan actually moving towards that proxy over to the top side. Now, the reason why they're doing this is because they're trying to steal objectives at the same time trying to deny as much advantages and as much experience as they can. So we do see a little bit of a tray here, and Hawkeye taking in a little bit too much damage, getting dangerously low. But they have managed to get that advantage down, and that is going to deny a little bit of minions towards the side of Equalizer. This is a pretty good start for the side of Team Saiyan. They do have some good advantages in these early exchanges. As you can see, Saiyan, Penjahat and Fredo over to the bot side, starting out that proxy, and Penjahat using them. Oh my goodness! That was just some really, really good stuff being shown by Penjahat and Fredo. Because why? They're just proxying out the lane. They're making sure that the lane is being pushed out. And they are trying to deny members of Equalizer even coming to defend their turrets.
And just like that, you already see a 1,000 goal lead. That's a very quick goal lead. Pushing out for them. Now keep in mind that from our point of view, the turtle's going to be spawning at the top side of the map. So we are going to see lots of action there at the second minute mark. Soon.
Oh,
Hawkeye on the
Hawkeye!
Wow.
Gets taken down, and that was just pure bad positioning coming in from Team Saiyan. But however, will they be able to get the redemption kill? Penjahat going up to do all the damage that he can. But Fredo, where are you going? Penjahat is all alone. You should be helping him out. Penjahat doing his best to throw out all the cards and do all the damage. Porkchop could go down. No. Fredo, you've got to be careful. Don't be too greedy. But he does get the kill. Penjahat living up to his name, getting the kill and the redemption kill for Team Saiyan.
The score is 1-1 at this point. The goal lead is still growing within the favor of Team Saiyan here as well. They need to be able to secure their lanes and to secure out the amount of goal difference and bring it down. Looks like they will be starting out Tunnel already just past the 2-minute mark. This is a good momentum build by Team Saiyan here, and looks like there's no contest whatsoever. Irithel is just by the side with Grok as well. The ultimate has come down. It looks like they will not be able to steal. Turtle has been secured by Team Saiyan here, and Yishushin's ultimate pushing through. The flicker does go away, but Irithel is being chased. Will she be able to be brought down? It looks like not quite just enough yet. The last hit does come through. Hilda brought down one, Hylos brought down the other. That's 3 kills to 1. And a very, very convincing 3,000 goal lead.
And it's definitely a very convincing goal lead, and that is just keys to victory for the side of Saiyan, because they need to rush those objectives. They need to make sure that they aim the proper DPS members. Despite the fact that Irithel, yes, I do agree that Irithel has this really annoying ability of being able to attack while moving at the same time. And at the late game with more attack speed and more crit, you're just going to realize that that's just going to be more and more irritating to handle, and especially those long, prolonged team fights. But when you stop it by just aiming her so early in the game, you deny her the goal, it's going to be a problem for her to actually scale.
I mean, and here we see that, ooh, look at that, all the additional damage being brought down. Starting off by Harley there, and then you just have Hilda that goes in, you know, wails on him with additional damage. The moment that the final tick comes through and a pop, that is yet another kill, and that means the bottom lane is struggling really heavily now. That's 2 kills already towards bottom lane specifically.
Definitely the bottom lane is having a lot of problems, and they're just having a lot of problems with this matchup between Penjahat and Fredo. And you do see the damage that's coming down. You do see Penjahat throwing out as much damage as he can. The thing that's most important is Penjahat is able to throw out those damage without much counterplay. Let's go into the instant replay and check out this amazing play. There it is.
This is it. The ultimate goes down, and then Hilda just wails on it. We are seeing that Harley Harley's not even close enough to do the additional damage. So just that Hilda damage being able to be brought through, amplified and final bit at the end was enough to take it down.
And like I said beforehand, the thing about Fredo on Hilda is the fact that oh wow, God with the gush there.
Nice.
Oh, and looks like Equalizer trying to equalize it. That was a beautiful gush coming in from the top side of the side of Team Saiyan. However, it could be a little bit too late as rushing into the top side. They are going to go for another turtle, and this is just going to exacerbate their amount of goal lead and experience. And look at that. With stellar rotations, we do see that Team Saiyan is slowly outclassing members of Equalizer early on in the game.
Well, this is the 5,000 goal lead that's already happening here. The bottom lane is gone, the middle lane here as well. Nobody's coming in with response. It looks like Equalizer needs to play a lot of catch-up, but at the same time, the pace is just simply way too fast. It looks like the will attack will come through. Ooh, barely on the way there.
Oh, Rush. Rush in a bit of trouble, but we all have seen how Hayabusa works, right? There's so much mobility that Hayabusa has.
Look at that damage, just abusing the area in the map as well as the damage. We also have Pajaha that was right there next to him as well if he needed additional support. All three lanes being heavily controlled by them. In fact, the top tower now will go down as well. So all three lanes completely in control by them. The engage does come through.
Here it comes. There's going to be the fight. And we do see Panjahat, Hawkeye, and Fredo and Hawkeye now going to get counter-attacked by the side of Equalizer, but is not going to be to any avail as members of Equalizer are trying to catch members of Team Saiyan out of position. However, Pajahat is already on the bot side, pushing out that turret. Irithel coming out to that bot side to try to get a little bit of counters, a little bit of defense.
Unfortunately, a little bit too late as well. Now we see Hilda back up top. The pressure does not relent. It's lane to lane action here. With Issei not letting down. This is only 6 minutes into the game, and already quite a steady 7,000 goal lead for them.
Well, this is definitely a very steady lead coming in from Team Saiyan. They are very much. Oh my goodness, Rush! Wow, with a double kill without much punishment, and it's going to be another one. It's going to be another kill for the side of Team Saiyan. Equalizer, not equalizing, killing spree for Pajahat. They just killed everywhere for the side of Team Saiyan. Equalizer struggling, and it's going to be a mega kill. We have seen Team Saiyan do this time and time again, but Equalizer getting outclassed at every turn.
I mean, this is a very strong showing, especially for the very first game coming out there. We're only at 7 minutes here, and they already have reached the base. It's open, it's completely available. The call for Lord has gone out, the pings are already there. It looks like we will get Lord started up as well as Harley going over there to secure his buff. For that final push, this looks like it's going to be a sub 10-minute game for them, completely in the wheelhouse of Team Saiyan. Equalizer here, drowning at this point, just looking for their footing, being spotted out, being capitalized on both sides here, and look at the Enix engage. The wall does come through, preventing that entryway over there. But unfortunately, back at mid lane, there is so much more additional pressure that's being placed on there. Lord has been summoned and will be moving throughout the lanes very shortly, as we see all 4 members there, with Gishushi pushing up at top for the additional bit of pressure. Diggy's ultimate already being used. Lord now is completely out. Will be pushing out the top lane as well. Yushin cleaning up that last wave.
Doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good for the side of Equalizer. Now, the thing that makes Team Saiyan's lead incredibly ahead is the fact that they were able to communicate the objectives really well.
Yes.
With the amount of rotations that they had in the early game and getting kills so early into the game, they're able to basically get that first turret advantage. As soon as you get that first turret advantage, you're able to roam. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a crazy engage right there. They are going to be aiming that middle turret, and it's going to be 3 turrets down with Lord pushing out over the top side. Is going to be the beginning of the end for the side of Equalizer. Will they be able to equalize this fight? It is yet to be seen. Saiyan going Super Saiyan mode. They have gone beyond 9,000. The gush is out. It's going to be the last stand onto the base, but it could be the inevitable as members of Equalizer are going down one by one with Team Saiyan getting the victory.
Wow, Wow. Wow.
Triple the wow, triple the fun.
It is absolutely staggering. Look at that. We have a lovely KD of 9.1. Rush is right up there at the top of the tables with that Hayabusa 5-0 and 2. The amount of damage contribution towards the team, relatively staggering. On the other side, we do see that guard there as well with the MVP on the other side of the team with a lovely KDA of 6.4. Unfortunately, not quite being able to find their footing, though they did put up a few interesting defenses along the way there.
Yeah, but the thing is about Team Saiyan is the fact that they were able to capitalize on the fact that, yeah, we lost one member, but we'll make you bleed objectives.
Yes.
And that's something that Team Saiyan does really, really well. They know for a fact that what they're capable of doing. They know how they want to actually allows her to get away from that. She does have a little bit of an escape mechanism, but I'm not sure with the amount of CC that's coming in from the side of Team Saiyan, whether or not that will be enough. Because if you get Way of the Dragon right into the hands of Team Saiyan, no matter how fast you react with that, it's over. Prediction for me, Team Saiyan for the win, easy.
I'm going to get to the Saiyan as well. From the first game, I like the sort of, interesting composition that they had. It was good, it was interesting, but execution was very questionable. This time around, the composition is questionable, and I've not gotten a streak of confidence from Equalizer that they can play to the strengths of Team Saiyan here as well. So my votes for Team Saiyan as well.
Well, for me, I'm thinking that it could be a slow start for the side of Equalizer. They might have just like, okay, let's just ease into this, right? So this could be a change of the paradigm shift for the side of Equalizer if they're able to pull out their composition properly. I'm not saying that I'm saying that for Team Saiyan, they do have a lot of advantages, but let's go into the game while I talk about that. They have a lot of advantages in the team fighting capabilities. However, for the side of Team Saiyan against Equalizer, they have to be very, very wary on how Equalizer is going to be playing this. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be a bit more aggressive on how they're going to be doing it. Hawkeye already almost getting into the death brush. And what's interesting to note is that
the
Fredo already
goes through as well again. So no answer to the proxy for the second game in a row. They know that this is something that they will be doing on the other side. Unsure of why this is the case. It was a very clear-cut example that this is something they would have done, and they have done it during qualifiers as well. From our perspective, the turtle's going to be at the top side, so quick, similar to the first game that we'll be looking at here. And usually, and Johnson making quick work of that wave. We are seeing at the bottom side, Mia is responding there as well, coming up from the side with Grok there, hoping to secure the Hermit for the extra bit of the gold generation buff.
Well, the thing that I like about it is, oh wow, that was a beautiful double knockup from that Jeet Kune Do from Fredo. Now, I was going to elaborate a little bit more on this. The reason why the proxy is so successful for Team Saiyan is just because the mobility that Cho has. But over to the bot side though, oh, this is going to be bad for the side of, oh, it's going to be first blood for the side of Team Saiyan, and Kagura picks up the kill. Rush over to the bot side alongside with Hawkeye. Will they continue to dive? Oh my god! Rush with the double!
Very, very cleanly done here. This is knowing the limits of the specific hero, and it's executing it so cleanly.
Now we're just gonna take a look at the replay of that beautiful, beautiful kill here.
Just look at the action there, the rotation coming up from the very last hit that moves through by throwing the umbrella straight forward there. Really nicely well done timing in terms of the cooldown management there.
Ooh, wow, that was a nice little charge coming in, but it could not be enough as members of Equalizer are actually struggling towards this aggression that Team Saiyan is putting towards them. Equalizer is definitely having a hard time trying to equalize this fight against Team Saiyan. And despite the fact that EQZ could actually throw out that rain of arrows that comes in from Mia, it wasn't enough because that CC is not as reliable. You got to stay inside that zone for an amount of time. And within that few seconds that you stay inside that zone, if the damage output is good within that few seconds, you still die anyway.
Well, and here we have Team Saiyan securing the turtle. Yet again, no contest, so free objectives. More so for them. We aren't quite seeing a... Ooh, here we go.
Oh, we're going to see Hawkeye. This is the fate of the Furious boys. Over to the bot side is going to be a massacre could it be as Grok becomes the priority here. Oh, but they gotta switch the priority as EQZ trying his best to put out the DPS, doesn't have the amount of damage that he requires to do a significant amount of damage, and this could spell the doom for the bot side as members of Team Saiyan are going to be pushing towards that bot side, trying to get that first turret. With that first turret, it's able to free the bottom side of the map, and because of that, they're able to take objectives without much concern of retaliation.
Rock not there. Mia is in much danger. Oh, look at the... They're just waiting for that bait out there. As the Nyx was about to crash it, that Grok does come back in time, which means there's going to be a little bit of reflection that's coming through. They should... Oh, no! The charge is coming in all the way on the other side there. Does find Harley right away at the back. But not quite the target they were looking for. Johnson now, Hawkeye will be taken down by Hilda. Punishment for going all the way back in with the team not being able there to support. Kills 1 to 3, still in the favor of Team Saiyan, and the goal lead is only a mere 2,000. So not as bad as the first game.
And not as bad as the first game, but Equalizer is definitely trying to catch up as much as they can. They did manage to catch Hawkeye, but I guess catching Hawkeye at this stage of the game is not exactly very goal beneficial for them in that sense. You want to be catching one of the higher DPS heroes on the side of Team Saiyan. Deny them. As soon as you deny the amount of damage that comes out, or you deny some of the CC that comes out from Team Saiyan, you're able to push the tempo against Team Saiyan. However, Equalizer feels like they have a little bit of problems with pulling the trigger against Team Saiyan. Maybe it could be respect, maybe it could be intimidation, or maybe it could just be lack of experience.
Well, Turtle's already being started here. It looks like nobody's really coming in for the contest. It looks like it will go over to Team Saiyan. In fact, it does go to Team Saiyan yet again. So the second Turtle does happen at the bottom, opting for the trade instead. Here we see Johnson and
Hawkeye.
Rush.
This is the fate of the Furious Part 3. We're gonna go. Grok is going to be some of the priority there. Oh my god, he dives in. He takes a little bit of damage, but Kagura goes over and gets the kill. Rush, living up to his name, gets another kill. That was beautifully done by Grimbex to follow it up.
And we still are seeing here Kagura jumping all the way back in, but not quite enough. Porkchop running away on Harley then. Does not want to be dealing with that. Kagura very, very lovely at this point here. 3-0 and 1. Sitting very pretty ahead there at level 8 as well. Higher than every other member of the team.
Well, here it comes over to the mid side here. We do see Pijahat and Fredo now trying to get that mid turret, and look at that. Now, this is what Team Saiyan does, yeah? Based on what I've seen, based on my experience casting a lot of Team Saiyan games, I do see that Team Saiyan has this uncanny ability of just systematically breaking down an enemy team. They'll go around, they'll look for objectives, they'll get a few kills, and immediately they'll go for either a turret or an objective to exacerbate their immediate lead. We do see a 4,000 goal discrepancy in favor of Team Saiyan. Equalizer struggling to actually stay competitive in this. In terms of turrets, Team Saiyan leading by 1 turret.
I mean, exactly what you said. It's sort of surgical removal out there. Look at the Yushin ultimate. Really nicely done. Johnson is coming in for yet another engage out here. Will be able to take another one now. So Johnson does get 1 kill already. And this has propelled them a little bit to the further. Chowna coming in for the 2nd kill already. Kagura jumping in as well. That's the 3rd kill. Looking for the 4th. We're looking for a wipeout here. Will potentially be able to do it. Rush is... Yeah, they are trading shots back and forth. Mia needs to be careful about this. Johnson is still so tanky. Look at that. The top lane does get taken out, and Gripex at the bottom here, pushing out the next turret wave as well. No response coming in from that. At 7 minutes, we are seeing 4 towers already down.
Now we're going to look at that instant replay of that amazing fight. Now this was one of the messier fights that was coming in from Team Saiyan and both Equalizer. We do see Primo and Chow going at it 1-1. However, Hawkeye getting that first kill in that team fight. And we do see that Cho is just doing a lot of damage. He's already building up to be a semi tank with a little bit of damage. And because of that, and because of his skill set, with Jikundo and of course with the Dragon, he's able to do so without much punishment. Why? Because he's able to get out. Oh wow, that flicker right into where the Dragon almost sailed out. But no, Hawkeye in the middle of it. He comes in and the mega kill and the double goes over to Rush. Rush, baby. Holy cow. You are a monster, not even allowing more than another kill coming in from the side of Equalizer. We have a problem here. We're going to go into another instant replay, but before that, Lord is going to be taken down. This is going to be a lot of pressure. This is the replay. Look at that. Fredo coming in with that. Ooh, misses on that.
Johnson comes in all the way. Hilda is there to assist, but Hilda just comes to her death. As the split does go through in the end, there is yet another kill. And still coming back here, we're getting more kills. 7-0-4 on Kagura. This is
wow. This is
towards the end. Oh, coming in yet again. Kagura on the front line. So much of damage. Being able to do Penjahan needs to back away just a little bit. Cautious there. 3 members are relatively low, and that should signal moving back. To this point, we have Kagura, which is so huge, a monster within the team. 7-0-4, and this is why Kagura gets banned and removed away.
Surprisingly, Yishun Shin is 0-0-8. I think it's the
support.
Support, yeah. Support marksman. Marksman support. Now, the thing is, the reason why some of you guys are going, oh my god, why is Yishun Shin 0-0-8 is because of the supplementary damage he provides, right? He's not going to be in the middle of the fight. The thing with Rush is why he's 7-0-4 is because of Kagura's range. He has a lot of area denial in terms of the spells, and he's able to throw out that umbrella with so much damage from a consistent and safe distance. And with the fact that they've got Hawkeye to get through, they've got Cho to get through, they've got Karina to get through, and they've got Yishun Sin to get through. Kagura, as long as she stays into the game and she's able to put out the damage, it's not going to be an easy time for the side of Equalizer. Equalizer was a little bit more competitive in the last game. Team Saiyan just says, nope, we're just going to crush you, and we're just going to call it an early day.
Yeah, the other reason why Yishun Shin has such a high assist and not necessarily kills is that all he needs to do is just turn on his ultimate in every sort of engage, and the moment somebody dies, he will get the assist credit there as well.
Oh wow, Rush with the double. Will he be able to get the wipeout? There goes Way of the Dragon. That's another kill for Yishun Sin. A double kill. And will it be a triple? It's going to be a triple. A clean wipeout. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your clean winner for the first match is going to be Team Saiyan. Was there ever any doubt?
I don't think so. There's any very clear doubt. I will say within the first game, I liked the composition. It was an interesting composition coming from Equalizer. Unfortunately, the execution of it unparalleled. Look at that KDA.
Wow.
12.0. Perfect. 907 with 7,933 gold. Kagura played by Team Saiyan's Rush. Really good job by both teams here, but kudos goes to Team Saiyan specifically. They have collected 2 points on this very first day, and with their 2 points also comes $500 US.
Yeah, Team Saiyan, you need a manager? Just give me a call. Yeah. Anyway, jokes aside, I'm just loving how Rush is actually living up to his name. A lot of the style, like I was saying, a lot of the style revolved around Team Saiyan, which you are seeing here, with 2-0 over Equalizer. They played very well